second and final part of everything you need to know about quadratics. We can also solve them using graphs, but I only recommend using this method if you're given the graph. Don't go drawing one. We can find our solutions for x where the graph crosses the x-axis, so x equals -2 or -3. Our final method is completing the square. This is the most useless method for solving, but it's the only way to find the turning point of the graph. A turning point is essentially when the gradient goes from negative to positive or vice versa. At a turning point, the gradient is 0. Before we start completing a square, we need a square, and that's going to be x plus half the b term all squared. In this case, the b term is 5, so x plus 5/2 all squared is our start point. Step 2 is multiplying out this bracket. We can do this using the grid method. Pause and try if you like, but from this we should get x squared plus 5x plus 25/4. Step 3 is adding or subtracting as necessary to get what we need from the c term. As we can see from the equation in blue, the c term was 6, we have 25/4. To find this, we can do a quick subtraction of the c term we just calculated from the c term we started with. This gives us minus 0.25. We add this to what we got from step 1, and our complete square is then x plus 5/2 all squared minus 0.25. Now, to find the coordinates of the turning point, it's really simple. The y value is the number outside of the bracket, so minus 0.25. And for the x coordinate, do what we usually do with a bracket, flip the sign inside of it, so it becomes minus 5/2, or minus 2.5. For equations where we have multiple x squared, we simply factorize that multiple out, and then follow the same process we just did with the expression inside the bracket. The b term here is 11/3. If I half that, it becomes 11/6. So x plus 11/6 all squared is my start point. Then I multiply those brackets out using the grid method. This should give me x squared plus 11/3x plus 121/36. Now step 3, I add or subtract as appropriate to get what I need from the c term. I want to get 2. I have 121/36, so subtracting those gives me minus 49/36. I add this to the square brackets I made in step 1, so I get x plus 11/6 all squared minus 49/36, and I bring back the 3 that I factorized out earlier. I'm then going to multiply out the square brackets, so I get 3 bracket x plus 11/6 all squared minus 3 times 49/36. I can simplify that to minus 49/12. To find the turning point from this, I do exactly the same thing I did before. To find the x value, I flip the sign in the bracket, minus 11/6, and I take the y value as whatever the number outside the bracket is. If we check these values compared to a graph, minus 11/6 equals about minus 1.83. That looks okay. And minus 49/12 equals minus 4.08, which looks about right as well.